Hey Eric.
Hey, how you doing?
Thanks for having me over. Are you excited about moving to San Diego?
Yeah, as excited as I can be, I guess.
Awesome. Well, hey, I appreciate you letting me record this. Just make sure you answer the questions correctly.
Hey, I'll do my best.
Would it be okay if I gave myself a quick tour before we begin?
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. I'll be right back.
Awesome.
So if it's okay with you, let's use the kitchen table so we can lay everything out.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, let's talk about getting you to San Diego. So Eric, the first thing I like to do is review your situation and what's important to you about making this move. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So, based on the discussion we had on the phone, you said you're moving to San Diego because you got a job promotion and you're going out there in the next 60 days to work with SeaWorld, right?
Yes.
Oh, congratulations, by the way. That's awesome. I'm
Thanks.
sure you're excited, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Sweet. So, of course, you said if the property sells in less than 30 days, that will not be a problem.
No, actually, yeah, sooner the better.
Okay, great. You gave me a brief description of the home. I mean, this is correct, right? Everything I wrote down here?
Yeah.
I didn't miss anything?
No,
Okay,
should be good.
Perfect. So now that we covered that, I have 3 bottom line questions for you. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, are you definitely ready to sell this property?
Yeah, have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
And 2, will you price it where it will sell, or are you okay with it just sitting on the market for a long time?
If it sits on the market, that's no good for us, so we need it to.
Because we got to have you in San Diego in the next 60 days, right?
Definitely, yeah.
And number 3, most importantly, do you want me to get it sold for you?
Yeah, if everything here looks okay, I mean.
Okay, I'm excited about that. Awesome. So Eric, the purpose of our meeting today is twofold. Number 1 is for me to provide you with some very important information about what it's going to take to get your house sold for top dollar so we can get you to San Diego in the next 60 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
And number 2 is for us to decide today if the right thing for you is to partner with me in the sale of your home. Does that sound fair enough?
Yeah.
And whether you decide to hire me or not, I hope it will become clear to you through our meeting that my goal is to help you get what you want.
Right.
I'm not interested in just getting a listing. I'm very interested in helping you get this home sold and get you to San Diego for your new job, because that's what you want, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
Awesome. So there's really one key item for us to address today, Eric, and that is to determine the right price to set on your home that will cause it to sell.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously we don't want to put your home on the market to have it not sell, right?
Yeah, that's definitely not the goal.
Right, definitely. We want to have you in San Diego.
Yeah.
And as soon as you decide to hire me, I'm going to be doing everything it takes through my action plan to get your home exposed to all the qualified buyers in the market. And that's the kind of exposure you want, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. That way we can get a buyer in here excited and get you to San Diego, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So the key today is to establish the right price that will get buyers excited when they see your home, right? Okay, so in preparation for our meeting tonight, Eric, I did a thorough market study on your home, also known as a comparative market analysis. Are you familiar with this?
I mean, a little bit, nothing too in depth.
Right, I'm sure you've seen, a rough estimate of something before, right?
Yeah.
You might get something in the mail. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, basically it's just an accurate estimation of what your home is worth in today's market.
Okay.
There's going to be 3 parts to this research. Number 1 are the active listings. I call it dreamland, because it's what homeowners want to get for their home,
right?
But we don't know exactly what it's going to sell for.
Right.
And this is your competition, right?
Yeah.
Right, because there are other homes that are on the market right now.
Right.
Second are the expired listings. Do you know what these are?
No, I'm guessing a home that didn't sell.
Right. They wanted
the contract expired. I'm guessing.
Right.
So.
They wanted to sell, but something went wrong.
Okay.
I call this Never Land. Can you see why?
Yeah.
Right, because you never want to be there.
Yeah, definitely.
Of course. And last are the solds. I call this reality, because it's what homes are actually selling for now.
Okay.
So, in order to get you sold and get you to San Diego in the next 60 days, the solds is where we're going to focus.
Right, that's the goal.
Yeah, because in which one of these categories do you want to end up?
The sold, obviously. I mean, that's such a no-brainer. I mean, come on.
Exactly. So, basically, there's 2 things we need to look at here in the CMA. Is first, and looking at your home, how an appraiser is going to look at it, and second, as a buyer will look at it. And I'm sure you can see the importance in that, right?
Yeah.
Right, the first is the appraiser, because that's who the bank's going to send out to establish the value of your home based on what comparable homes are selling for, which is what things are selling for now. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And second is to price it in a way that will make it attractive to buyers.
Right.
Because when a buyer's out, are they going to be only looking at your home, or are they going to compare your home with others?
Oh, I'm sure they'll compare. I mean, that's what we did when we bought it. We looked at a ton of stuff. So.
Of course.
Definitely.
And when they're out there comparing homes, what do you think the main things are that they're comparing?
I guess, well, depending on the features they want, but I'm guessing price would definitely be bang for your buck type deal. I mean, if I want to pay a lot of money for something that's not worth that.
Of course, yeah. They're comparing, features, benefits, location, and of course they're comparing price, right? Obviously. So, are you ready to take a look?
Yeah. Definitely.
Awesome. So, this first one I pulled up here, right here. Notice how many bedrooms?
3.
How many baths?
2.
How many square feet?
1340.
All right, a little bit bigger than yours, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How many spaces in the garage?
2.
2. Okay, just like yours.
Yeah.
Right. Notice how many days this was on the market? 17. Right, remember, this one actually sold.
Yeah.
Okay, remember that. So 17 days means they got
an
offer
quickly then?
and they executed an offer in 17 days.
Okay.
Okay, so 30 days after that they closed.
Okay.
Okay, so 17 days on the market, 30 days, so 47 days on the market, right? Total, including escrow.
Right.
Okay, so 47 days. How is that going to work for getting you sold and getting you to San Diego?
That'd obviously be ideal. So that's about perfect.
Right, so you get your home sold in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's the goal here, right?
Yep.
Awesome. So, based on what the market is telling us, Eric, what price do you feel would get buyers excited and have them choose your home over some of our competition?
I mean, maybe around 345, 350, 355, somewhere in that area.
In the 345 to 355 range, okay. Yeah. So Eric, based on what the market is telling us, I'm going to suggest we get your house on the market for $335,000, and you can see why that's the right price, right?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's a little. We were hoping to net a little bit more out of the whole thing, but I mean that's why I was thinking maybe 350. I know one around the corner I think sold for 345. I don't know how much, what went on with that, how big it was, anything like that, but. I mean, we were hoping to just get a little bit more. I mean, obviously we want to squeeze everything we can before the move and all that stuff. So, but
yeah, and again, Eric, I understand it's a little bit less than you're hoping for.
Right.
However, you can see why this is the right price based on what the market is telling us.
Yeah, unless we wanted to sit there for half a year or who knows how long. So,
of course, to get you sold and get you to San Diego, we need to be aggressive, right?
Right.
Awesome. So, any questions on anything we've covered thus far?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so we agree that $335 is the right price to not only get you sold, but more importantly, get you to your new job in San Diego, right? Yeah. Awesome. So I prepared a net sheet, which is basically has all the standard fees and expenses that a seller will incur, and I have a breakdown of everything, and that is some information you'd like to know, right?
Yeah, definitely. Awesome. That's the whole goal. Is the money in the pocket.
So this is all the standard closing expenses and fees for sellers. Any questions on this?
Not really, no.
Did you guys have a chance to review it in the pre-listing package I sent you?
Yeah, we checked it out.
So you took a look at it.
Yeah.
Okay. So based on realistic sales price of $335,000, estimated closing date of February 24th, these are your estimated total net proceeds at closing. Eric, is that a number you can live with?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, obviously, the more the better, obviously. But I mean, that's
right.
Yeah, that's doable, definitely. So.
And can I tell you the good news about this market?
What?
Yeah, is if we price it aggressively like this, it's possible we could get more than one offer and maybe get you a little bit more.
Like a little bidding war type deal?
Possibly. Awesome.
That's fine.
Great. So this would be your estimated net proceeds. Again, I understand it was a little less than you're hoping for. However, this is a number you could live with if you had to, right?
Yeah.
And get you to San Diego. Awesome. Perfect. So are you ready for the next step?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm ready for you to put me to work. Can I lay everything out for you?
Yeah.
Awesome. So first, we'll make sure your house shows at its best, right? Okay, so like I mentioned, I'm gonna have Sally come over here. She's my staging person. She's gonna give you a free consultation. At that point, we can make the decision of what to do or if you would like to stage your home.
Okay.
And that is something you said you'd be interested in, right?
Yeah, I mean, okay. Never know. If the numbers and everything work, obviously it helps it sell faster or whatever. I mean, yeah.
Cool. So as soon as you hire me, I'll call her and we'll have her come over here and give you the consultation. Fair enough? Okay. And number 2 is I'm preparing all the pre-marketing for your property and launch my pre-marketing campaign immediately because you did want us to get the most exposure to all the buyers as fast as possible, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay, great. And number 3, I'll launch my exclusive 10-day marketing blitz. Sound exciting?
Yeah.
Right.
Sounds pretty good for me.
Right. Your property is going to be promoted to every potential buyer I have, as well as every other licensed realtor and their buyers through the multiple listing service.
Okay.
Also, it's going to be syndicated to over 12,000 real estate websites.
Nice.
And you understand how important that kind of internet exposure is for you, right?
Oh yeah, I mean everyone does everything on the internet now, it seems. So,
right.
Yeah, definitely.
And again, you did want us to get you the most exposure to all the qualified buyers in the market, right?
Yeah.
Great. That's exactly what you're going to get with me. Fantastic. So we'll get it on the market. Assuming the market responds as we predict, we're going to be getting lots of buyer traffic. And with all the buyer traffic, we're going to be getting all the offers. And ultimately, when we get the offers, I'll be negotiating on your behalf to ultimately get your property sold and get you to San Diego for your new job. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right. So, are you ready to start packing? Well, not today, but soon.
Oh, I was gonna say not today, but yeah, no, definitely, yeah, eventually.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, do you have any other questions about anything we've covered, Eric?
No, not really. I mean, it seems pretty good. There's a couple other people, a couple of the agents I spoke with. I didn't interview anybody else, but I mean, they sounded a little shaky on the phone, not too sure-footed, if that makes sense. So, I mean, obviously, it's good to have someone who actually can at least carry on a normal conversation. You know, the normal guy that called me up and didn't really know what he was doing. So.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I'm ready for you to put me to work. Are you ready to let me help you make this move happen?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, this all looks pretty good. I mean, to be honest, I kind of want to just, a decision of this magnitude, I kind of want to sleep on. Let you know tomorrow, you know, you know, give you a buzz, whatever, shoot you a text. But I mean, for me, it feels pretty good so far. You know, I don't like to make decisions heat of the moment, you know, on a whim or whatever. So, you know, take a little bit of time and.
Okay.
You know.
I understand, because obviously this is a big decision for you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is a a new chapter in your life. You're going to San Diego. You're getting a new job, and you're excited, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And just so I'm clear in my head, do you have any other questions about anything we've covered today, or does all this make sense?
No, it makes sense, yeah.
Okay, and once you agree with me, Eric, when it comes to the sale of your home, we're basically looking at three things here. Number one, if you've decided to sell, absolutely. Number two, the price and the terms we've set on your home. And number three, who's going to represent you. Right? Are you following me?
Yeah.
Okay, so number one, have you absolutely decided to sell?
Yeah.
Right, and I'm sure that decision was made long before you had me come out
today. It was almost made for me, really, so.
Right, exactly. And two, the price and the terms. Are you comfortable with the price we set on your home and the terms?
Yeah, I guess. And like I said, I see a little bit more, but I realize the market might not let me get that, so to speak. So,
And that's what's going to get you to San Diego in the next 60 days, which is the goal here, right?
Yeah.
And number three, who you want to represent you. Do you feel confident and comfortable with me that I can get this home sold?
I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously, I got the track record. Like I said, it's a lot better. That's why I took an interview with you and not anyone else. So, I mean, yeah. I guess it seemed all the puzzle pieces seem to fit. You know.
So Eric, it sounds like the decision is made. Let's go ahead and take care of the paperwork today since I'm here. I'll rush back to the office, start emailing agents and buyers, and get you sold and get you to San Diego to move on. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, all I need is your initials right here on the CMA and the net sheet, and I'll get to work.
All right, cool.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.